It's Kyle Paskewitz from the Million Parent March Program Director. I'm also the Chairman of Parental Link and the Executive Director of Family Court Reform USA. A good parent, a person that's trying to do everything the best that they can to be in their child's life, that these things can happen to just about anybody. One of the first things that I was introduced to in the movement was the divorce court movie. The producers of the movie, they created a number of committees, and I think in the end, leaders from across the country. And I was one of the committee leaders. I was a co-chair of the Constitutional Challenges Committee, and we all got together and we discussed all these different problems with the family court system. And we came up with a list of what the major problems were and what the solutions were. And I was involved with the Fathers' Rights Movement, and I was involved with a number of other organizations out there. I'm in the state of Washington, where the organization was founded and where I live, and I've done quite a bit of work on the state level now as well. I attended a few rallies, started getting a little bit more involved politically. At the time, there was a bill called HB 1110, which was a shared parenting bill. With HB 1110, I came in on the second year. At that point, there wasn't a lot of traction behind the bill. And it was my first real introduction to Olympia, and I started meeting legislators and started understanding the process about how things work. I supported some paternity fraud legislation that some other groups were working on. I started to understand the challenges and the difficulty involved with actually getting legislation passed. This year, I also had proposed a number of other bills, and so I'd like to introduce another bill in 2018, and we're working together with a number of other folks to put together a Veterans Protection Act. And we'd like to get the Veterans Protection Act introduced and hopefully passed. Specific issues that veterans have in terms of their service and how their service impacts and the way that the family court system needs to protect veterans in their particular cases. Just want to kind of give people a little introduction to some of the types of things that I've been working on and my team have been working on. We proposed a data collection and reporting bill, which would provide more transparency and accountability to the family court system. We proposed an audit on the commission, the commission that is supposed to be handling and investigating complaints against judges and disciplining them when they do things that they're not supposed to be doing. That's one more way that we can hold our judicial system accountable. They're not being held accountable the way that they need to be. Last year in September, when we all got together on September 11th, there was a few hundred of us out in DC that all showed up for this event. We had hundreds of people from all over the country showing up together, and for the same cause. We need this big event that's going to unify this effort, and it's going to get our message out to the mainstream media. We've got the social media platforms to get this information out there, and we have a lot of good people and a lot of good organizations that are all coming together in unity to promote parental rights and family court reform. So many people out there that are hurting and damaged because of the family court system or CPS or the foster care system. One of the major root causes is the way that the family court system is allowing families to be torn apart and destroyed. We've started to come together for this Million Parent March. I was asked to come into this as the program director of this march. I'm not going to say that it hasn't been without challenges. There's been a lot of information put out, and it's not all good information. I'm working with the organizational leadership to make this happen and to make this a successful event. The committee is, we're going to be starting to make some official announcements very, very soon. We're going to be publishing more and more information to the website. There's also other committees that are either already a little bit active or are forming, and committees to deal with legislative proposals, committees to deal with different campaigns, whether it's letter writing campaigns or whether it's petitions, calling your legislators and setting up meetings. We're looking for help with all of these different things. So if you're interested in joining one of these committees and you're not already in contact with us, feel free to reach out to me. Reach out to any of our leadership. I've spent a lot of time studying the RCWs. I've spent a lot of time putting together cases and making legal arguments and putting evidence together. The courts don't care. It's very unfortunate the way that things are, and that's why we not only need reform but people need legal help and expertise, and there's so many things that need to change. The Million Parent March website, all right, it's millionparentmarch2017.org. There's good information on there already. That's where the official press releases are going to be put out. If you have something important that you want to discuss about the march, or if you have questions, I have also made myself available on the Million Parent March website, millionparentmarch2017.org. There is an appointments tab, and you can go to that tab and set up an appointment. I want everybody to come out, and I want everybody to enjoy themselves, and I want everybody to work together. But most of all, we need to get positive change here, and people need to get together and start working together as a team so that we can do this for our kids and so we can do this for future generations.